Now here if I go to any proposal, let me open this proposal and click on this configure cart. Okay. Now what is happening, I am seeing all the products. There is no filter to see the products in the catalog. So if I go and select and click on this view all, okay, I will see even the option products like chole 50 gram. This is option product, but still I am seeing. Same for cucumber slices. Now I'm not selling cucumber, I'm not selling 50 gram chole as a product, but still I see it in the catalog, which is wrong. There should be some filter I should keep so that they not appear in the cart in the catalog. Right. Same for this onion slices, as well as this also for this potato stuffing, paneer stuffing. Now these were added as part of mixed veg sandwich, but not as a separate identity, not as a separate product. So what should I do in that case? Now whenever you want to apply some filters on the cart, you should use search filter CPQ object. Now where do you see it? Go to app launcher and here you will see search filter. Now there are search filter approval, search filter CPQ and search filter comply. That's why I'm saying we use search filters CPQ. So go to search filter CPQ and here we have to click on new. So this is where we will introduce the conditions, okay, that in what condition what I want to show on my catalog page. So the filter type is on, like there are different options. Now what do you want to keep the filter as? Product, option, asset, okay, child filter, roll up and so on. So we will use product and the business object will become product and the value object will become user or product configuration. Now value object is not a mandatory field. You can go without value object as well. It is not a mandatory field. So for my use case, let's say I want to keep some value object, I can keep user also, okay, and just click on next. So this value object field you would be able to see over here while writing the inclusion criteria. Now what does the inclusion criteria says? Inclusion criteria is like if the conditions which are defined in this middle block they are satisfied, okay, then filter your result based on the conditions which are defined in this filter criteria. So when filter, so those products which are meeting these filter criteria will appear on the card. Okay, so inclusion criteria will contain a kind of if condition, but like if these conditions are meeting, then this will happen. Okay, so here if you go, you will see the fields from the user object. Why? Because that's what you have selected as the value object. If you go back in the previous screen and select product configuration and come again to this filter criteria, this time you will see the fields which are coming from the product configuration object. So it depends how would you like to configure your if condition. Okay, and accordingly you can create your inclusion criteria and filter criteria. Now if you talk about the filter criteria, in filter criteria you will see all these fields which are coming from the product object. Why? Because for business object you have selected product, that is why, right? So let us work on it. Now if in case you do not have any inclusion criteria, let's say you do not have any inclusion criteria at all, then it's fine, you can also go with no value in the value object and then you go next. See, now you do not have any option for inclusion criteria. That means there is no if condition and this will always run. So let's say I do not have any if condition and I want it to always run. Okay, so I'll give it a name, show standalone products only. Okay, and this is the sequence one. Sequence is again mandatory. Whatever comes later in the sequence will be applied. So sequence is mandatory. Now next you have these fields. So I will use configuration type equal to, select the value standalone. So when configuration type is equal to standalone, that will be considered. We are not filtering out those records, but we are taking them under consideration.
And let's say you want to add another condition, you can add another condition as well. So you can keep configuration type equal to bundle. So now it will show those products where configuration type is standalone and bundle, but I don't want this and condition, I want or condition. So you can go to this advanced option and you can change this from end to or, and that's it. Just save it. Okay, now once you save, make sure you activate it. So click on edit and activate it. Once this is active, next thing is to go to the batch, and we have to run the product filter maintenance job. So here you will find this product filter maintenance, and let's run this job. Okay, now let's open one proposal, and here I just open one proposal. Okay, and I click on this configure products. So now the expectation is there should not be any option product available. Why? Because that's what search filter criteria we have kept, that only show the products which are standalone or bundle. Show products which are standalone or bundle. So here, even if I do view all, now it is not showing all those products, right? It is only showing products which are configured as standalone or bundled. So you won't see like other options as in white bread, brown bread. Those options are not available, right? Slices, stuffings, that all has been gone. That all have been gone. Okay. So this is search filter. Now one thing you would have observed for writing search filter, that there are limited options. Like you can either use user object or product configuration object as a value object. So if you want to use some other condition which is nowhere related to user object or product configuration object, then you won't be able to do it. And for such cases, there are some callback classes which are added by Conga. Okay. So we have seen three things. One, we have seen constraint rule, then we have seen pricing rule, and then just now we covered this search filter CPQ. Now for all three of them, there are some callback classes which are really helpful when we have to do some customization. Okay, so we will talk about them.